Hey guys, how's it going? Hope everybody's all doing well and enjoying their weekend. Tonight's a big night of boxing, obviously with the Joshua vs Usyk card. Not long to go now before that kicks off. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about one of the fights on the undercard, and that is the fight between Florian Marku and Maxim Prodan. Now, this should be a decently entertaining fight in my opinion. Florian Marku versus Prodan. Let's get into the fight and how I see it going. In my opinion, Florian Marku is the more skilled, more versatile boxer out of these two fighters. Prodan, to me, I'm not an expert on Prodan. I haven't seen too many fights of his. I've seen, about 2 fights of his, and from what I can tell, Prodan, he seems very limited to me, especially on offense and defense. To be honest, I'm not too impressed with him. Offensively, he's pretty one-dimensional. He doesn't use his jab enough, in my opinion. He does apply pressure, but I'm not too impressed with the versatility and creativity of his attack. I think he doesn't jab his way into range. He kind of just tries to throw single power shots from distance. He doesn't try and disguise the power shots either, so you can see them coming quite easily. I don't think he goes to the body enough. Like I said, I don't think he cuts off the ring very well either. So in this fight, like I say, Florian Marku, in my opinion, is the more skilled, more versatile of the two fighters. I can kind of see this fight playing out similarly to Marku's fight against Ryland Charlton, where Marku, is boxing well, using his jab, kind of boxing on the outside behind the jab, controlling distance, controlling the range, controlling the pace as well, doubling and tripling up his jab, because Marku has a pretty good jab, pretty fast jab as well. I think he's the faster and sharper of the two punches from the outside. I think also Marku probably has a power advantage in this fight, although Prodan can hit a little bit too, but Marku, seems to have pretty heavy hands. And like I say, Marku has more versatility. He has a much better punch variety and selection, in my opinion. I think he's going to box well behind the jab, doubling and tripling it, using the jab to bust up Prodan, bust him up behind the jab, and then also use the jab as a tool to set up his other power shots. As we saw in the Charlton fight, the jab would almost serve as a blinder to Charlton, so you wouldn't see any of the power shots coming behind the jabs, which would cause the power shots to have even more of an effect. And if by chance Marku fatigues or just decides he's going to let Prodan get on the inside because he's comfortable, or if Prodan improves on cutting off the ring and jabbing his way in and is able to somehow get on the inside against Marku, I think Marku will be pretty comfortable on the inside with him too. And I actually think Marku will get the better of Prodan on the inside, because I'm pretty impressed with Marku's catch and counter skills. I think he's a pretty good inside fighter with able to shorten up his hooks and uppercuts. He's got the faster hands on the inside as well, and like I said, the better punch selection, throwing those uppercuts and hooks shortened up on the inside. He's a pretty good counter puncher as well, Marku, and he has solid defense in my opinion as well. So I can see him catching Prodan's wide looping shots on the gloves and then countering with short, sharp uppercuts on the inside if the fight gets on the inside. But like I said, I think overall Marku is going to control where the fight takes place, because he has the better footwork, in my opinion, better legs, pretty good lateral movement from Marku, as we've seen in previous fights. So I think he's going to be able to control the fight, keep it on the outside for the most part, behind a jab, using lateral movement, scoring points, winning rounds, busting Prodan up. And I think the stoppage will probably present itself after the 6th round, after he softens up Prodan, beating him up behind the jab and hitting him with a lot of power shots, because I think Prodan is pretty tough. I think Marku will be able to force a stoppage in the second half of the fight. But I think it'll be pretty entertaining, because, Marku is a pretty entertaining fighter. I also think Marku has pretty decent body punching skills as well. So I think we'll see him go to Prodan's body as well, which, like I say, Prodan needs to try and go to Marku's body as well to try slow down his movement as well. Keys to victory for Prodan would obviously be he needs to, cut the ring off, try and jab his way in, because he doesn't use his jab enough, in my opinion. I think he needs to definitely use the jab to try get his way in and set up his power shots rather than just throwing single power shots from distance. Because with Marku's counter-punching skills, I think if he just throws single power shots from distance, Florian Marku will be easily able to pick those shots off and make him pay with counter-punching. And overall, I do think Florian Marku is just going to be too good for Maxim Prodan, because I do rate Marku's boxing IQ as well. I think he's the smarter, more intelligent of the two fighter with the better skill set, boxing ability, better jab, better footwork. I think it is quite a mismatch, and the bookies show that they have Florian Marku as quite a substantial favorite. I think rightly so. I'm picking Florian Marku to win this fight, either on points or by stoppage, but I think most likely Florian Marku will get the stoppage. Probably a second half of the fight type of stoppage after, like I say, winning the first half of the fight, busting up Prodan, and then when Prodan starts to really feel the beating that's been put on him, I think Marku will get him out of there in the second half of the fight. So that's how I see this fight going, guys. I think Marku is going to put on a clinic, mainly behind his jab, setting up his power shots, and getting the stoppage victory in the second half of the fight. So thanks for listening, guys. That's how I see the fight playing out. Let me know in the comment section below who you picking, Florian Marku or Maxim Prodan. I'm going with Florian Marku. Let me know in the comment section below how you guys see this fight playing out. Thanks for listening. Talk to you guys again soon. Cheers.